I saw him, he couldn't move his right hand. His hand was numb. Who can tell me what is one of the sunnahs of what to do after the prayers? What is one of the sunnahs to do after the prayer? Dhikr, right? What hand are you supposed to do the dhikr with? Right. Your right hand. His right hand was paralyzed. So he didn't want to give up that sunnah. Out of love for the Prophet ﷺ, out of hope for this hand to be shining on that day when there's no light but the light of Allah. So he used his hand, he used his left hand, and he counted with his right hand. Subhanallah, 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 subhanallah. My brothers, you have fingers and you can use them. Thank Allah for this gift. Thank Allah for this hand that you can make dhikr with. And I've told this story to many of the brothers before. 3 years ago in the YM camp, I got a phone call saying that your grandma is waiting for you in Indiana. My grandmother, she lives in Palestine, may Allah protect her, but she's visiting right now and she's staying in Indiana exactly where she was. And I was in the middle of a YM camp. We had literally just finished a water balloon fight and I was destroyed. Like, I'm telling you, these guys got me. Like, they didn't even have water in the balloons. They were shaving cream, something else. Last camp, my hair turned pink somehow. I don't even have hair anymore and I blame them for that. The point is that it was intense. And I got a phone call, Tariq, you have to come straight to Indiana. Okay? So I got in the car and I'm going to Indiana. They said, don't worry about anything. I show up to my grandmother's house. And I go inside and my uncle, he greets me and I notice there's something strange about his face. There's something bothering me. I go up to my grandmother and I had seen her only a few days before the camp. And I go up to her and I shake her. And I'm like, you know, grandmother, I'm here, how are you and everything. And I notice that she's not looking at me. And she's looking around for me. And I say, you know, Teta, is the Arab word, I'm like, Teta, what's wrong? And she said, today I have woken up blind. And the doctor said I will be blind for the rest of my life. And I fell to my knees and I started weeping. And I told her, Wallahi, if I could give you my hands, I will. And she said, I don't want anything, I just want to know, is this Allah's punishment or is this yours? Is this Allah's punishment or is Allah testing me? From that day, my grandmother has never seen me. But from that day, she has been earning good deeds, inshallah. Look at the blessings that we have. She woke up one day blind, and since that day, she has not been able to see. What I'm telling you, my brothers, is as you look around you right now, look at the blades of grass around you. Look at these trees. Look at the clouds up in the sky. Each of them are doing dhikr of Allah. And you can see this, and so many people cannot see it. This is the blessing of the house. This blade of grass is making dhikr of Allah. Are we making as much dhikr of Allah as this blade of grass? These birds in the sky make dhikr of Allah. The sun, as mighty and powerful as the sun may be, this sun, Allah says, it makes sajda to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you make as much sajda to Allah as the powerful sun? Or do we feel more powerful than the sun and the moon, and the sky and everything that's around us, and the mountains? So let us make dhikr of Allah. Let us remember Allah. Let us take advantage of our health. Let's take advantage of our health before our sickness. And I comforted my grandmother. I did a little bit of research, and the hadith is that the one who loses two things, if he's patient upon losing them, he will be guaranteed Jannah. And there's a person who loses their two eyes. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite us in Jannah. To continue, the next one, I'm just going to check my little handy dandy paper here to make sure it's the right one. It is richness before poverty. Richness before poverty. I think it's important to realize, like, as youth, most of us, myself first and foremost, I can tell you, broke like a joke, right? We don't have any money. Like, we have enough to fill up gas. We can go to McDonald's and get number one, you know, easy on the mac sauce and call it a day. The strawberry lemonade shake is awesome, you know. You get that and you're set to go. Otherwise, you can't like go buy a Ferrari or something like that. But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one day he was sitting with the Sahaba, right? And he was just hanging out with the Sahaba. It was literally, they were just sitting down in the masjid. And he said, would you rather like to use your money, or would you rather like to use your children's money or your friend's money or someone else's money? And the Sahaba, they were like, obviously we'd prefer to use our own money than someone else's money. He said, no, that your money is the money that you give to Allah, and all the money that you leave here in this world is what is everyone else's money. So you're actually, the money in your pocket is not yours. The only money that will count on the day of judgment is the money that you have given to Allah. That is your money. Your actual wealth is not the wealth that you have in this world. Also, we know, and I'll tell you that the monthly stipend in Medina University is 830 riyals, okay? It may sound like a lot, but it's actually like, it's a couple of meals at McDonald's and a few other stuff, but alhamdulillah, it's good. Some of the students, they're from like other countries and other continents like Africa or Asia or something like that. They live on 200 riyals a month. 200 riyals a month. You know what they do? They only eat in the haram, in Masjid al-Nabawi on Mondays and Thursdays. They serve dates and Zamzam water and tea for those who are fasting. Those are the only 2 meals that they have. And the rest of the money they send to their families in Africa. And they build masajid with them, and they build schools with them, and they build orphanages with them. This is how we use our wealth. You ever feel that you're broke? Know that the Prophet ﷺ defined brokenness. It ain't having less than $1 in your pocket. Brokenness is when you come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment, and you have gained so many good deeds by fasting, and you have gained so many good deeds, you know, from doing good, and from giving lectures, and from listening to lectures, and from striving and staying away from that girl, and ignoring her call, and seeing that text message, and every other thing. You have so many good deeds, but then this person comes and they're like, you backbit me, so they take some of your good deeds. And this person comes and they say, you punched me in the face, and they take some of your good deeds. And this person, and your mom comes and says that you are the worst son possible, and they take some of your good deeds, until you are left broke. This is the poverty that we as youth need to fear, not the poverty of having no money. Having no money is not a problem. Allah's rizq is so powerful that as these birds leave their home hungry, they come home every day full. If this bird can trust that when it gets home that it is filled in the stomach and it has fed its kids, then we can wake up every day knowing that Allah will provide for us. And this is what we need to fear. We need to take advantage of the wealth that we have. Brothers, I don't know about you, but if I go to the masjid and I give $1 every time, I know that this is good for my heart. The two words for donations in Islam are what? Zakah and sadaqah. It's kind of amazing actually, because the word zakah comes from tazkiyah, which is to purify. So it is by our giving of money that we are able to purify our money, and most importantly, we are able to purify that heart. That heart that learns, man, I need to get that car. Man, I need to save every dollar. Man, I'm not going to get my little brother chicken nuggets. Man, I'm not going to do this. You know, all these things, I need to save it for myself. So by giving away our money, we're able to do what? To purify our money and purify our heart. The other word is sadaqah. وَبِهِ نُصَدِّقُ بِهِ إِيمَانُنَا. By this sadaqah, by giving this money, we're able to, the word sadaqah comes from, help me out please, what's the word I'm looking for?
Honest, truthful,
honest and truthfulness. So by this giving, we're able to confirm and testify to Allah that, Ya Allah, I believe in you, to the extent that I know that by giving this money, my money will appear to decrease, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that by giving, my money will never decrease, rather it will increase. Your money never decreases. Give $1. We all know the native deen song, put $1 every day in the sadaqah. I can't sound black about it, but you know what I'm saying. The point is that you put some money in donation, your money will never decrease. In fact, this is a transaction between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So even if you put a quarter in, there are brothers in Medina, they donate a riyal every day, and they find that this is sufficient. So I'm just giving you examples of we can make this happen. You don't have to be a multi-millionaire to donate $1 million. You can be, as the Prophet ﷺ said, it may be half of a day that you donate. That will be the half of a day that will save you from the punishment of the hellfire. That being said, what is the next one after we said wealth, richness before poverty? It's free time before business. And you know, I think that's what honestly really gathers the point, is that a lot of us have free time. And I'm not going to pitch, do this with your time or do that with your time. These are your lives. You are responsible grown men. When people were our age at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they were leading armies and they were ulama, they were scholars sitting on chairs teaching men older than them. So I'm not going to tell you. But what I can tell you is that in the Chicagoland area, we are blessed. We are blessed with so many opportunities. We are blessed with so many opportunities to increase our knowledge and increase our iman. And I will tell you that one of the greatest opportunities in my life was being a member of one. Why is this such a great opportunity? Because by being able to be in such gatherings as this gathering, where we're able to laugh, cry, enjoy each other's company, play some basketball unless you're me and you're like a cheerleader on the side, and have a good time, and enjoy yourself. You're not like sitting there and you're stuck in a place and everyone's making you feel like you're not cool enough to be religious. No, you're in a good environment. Brothers are there to help you become a better person, a better Muslim. But in this time, you take advantage of your time. Because one day you're going to become busy. One day you're going to become a pharmacist. One day you're going to become the domestic board director. One day you're going to become a teacher. One day you're going to become a doctor. All of these things are going to take place. So take advantage of your time. And set aside a time. Brothers, wallahi subhanallah, sometimes we feel that our deen is so impractical. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows us better than we know ourselves, and has structured it to be so practical. The Prophet ﷺ, he may have made a couple of sunnahs that are so easy to implement. Such as saying Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, and Alhamdulillah, and all of these dhikr 33 times or 33 or 34 times after the salah. Make this a habit. Make it a duty upon yourself that just like you're going to brush your teeth in the morning, you're going to read 10 ayahs of Quran a day, in Arabic and in English. And that's the only thing that you're going to do. Set goals for yourself. Say that this month, my new sunnah is going to be this. My new sunnah is going to be this. So on the day of judgment, when you stand in front of Allah, and He says, what did you do? And say, Ya Allah, I believed in you, and these are some of the small things that I tried to add to my life. So inshallah, if we add little things, we also know that there are many institutions. ILF classes are happening, Al-Maghrib classes happen every other month. We have programs in every masjid coming by, and we're able to attend these classes and gain knowledge. We also have activities where you can, help the poor and stuff like that. Again, I'm not pitching. This is on an individual basis. We as Muslims need to know that we are messengers of the messenger, and as messengers of the messenger, we need to be able to benefit ourselves and benefit our communities as well. So we need to take advantage of our time. And I'm wrapping it up with the last one, and that is to take advantage of our life before our death. And one of the shuyukh, as he was quoting this hadith, he said, I'm just going to repeat this and that's enough. Take advantage of your life before your death. He said, ponder upon it. And we sat there and we reflected, and he said, everyone here, everyone similar, look around you, brother. Everyone around you is living. Each and every one of us. And each of us will one day one day. Each of us. No one is free from this reality. This reality will not pass you. This reality will not pass you, and this reality will not pass me. No one can deny the fact that one day a hole will be dug and your body will be put in there. No one can deny the reality that one day you will stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can deny the reality that your mother, your father, your relatives, as much as they love you, will one day put your body in that hole, close it up and leave, and one day go back to work, and one day start cooking again, and one day living their lives normally. The reality is that at the end of the day, you need to take advantage of your life before you die. There is a great saying, it is that your life is nothing but days, and as a day goes by, a part of your life goes by. You as a human being are nothing but days, and as the days go by, a part of you goes by. Are we going to take advantage of these days? Are we going to take advantage of this life? How do we take advantage of this life? Brothers, take advantage of the opportunities that we have. The opportunities because of the health that we've been given. Take advantage of your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, your youth before your old age. Take advantage of these things before they leave. While we take advantage of our life before our death, we realize and we remember the brothers who are with us and are now gone. Because these brothers, just as they lived their life, were already applying to universities and colleges. Some of them were on football teams, and some of them have been mentioned since that day. Many brothers that we know have passed away. Are we going to see this as a wake-up call? SubhanAllah, you see the brothers that their status on Facebook was La ilaha illallah, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. My best friend has passed away. 2 months later, their status is the F-word. 2 months later, their status is posting music videos. Yahi, did you take advantage of the fact that this person is being rewarded because their death was a wake-up call? Or have you forgotten their death and are only preparing for yours by not making the right decision? The reality of life is that it is, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, this world isn't worth the wing of a mosquito. My brothers, the girls that you chase, the girls that chase you, the music that we listen to, the haram that we do, whatever it may be. Music may be trivial for some, and music may be big for others. The sins that we commit, no matter how large and no matter how small that they are they worth the wing of a mosquito? When we stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that day, and He says that you did this, and you did this, and you did this, will they be worth the punishment that they will be worth? On that day when we are put in that ground, and an angel will come, and this angel will be formed into a body, into a being based off of how many good deeds and how many bad deeds that you have. This person, this companion of you in the grave, based off of the number of deeds that you have, will form into either a good companion for you or a bad companion for you. Do you have enough good deeds to know that this companion will be a companion of goodness and a companion of happiness? Or do you have enough bad deeds where you worry that this companion will be a companion of torture? I'm not here to scare anyone. I'm not here to scare myself. I'm here to remind you that alhamdulillah, the fact that you woke up today, the fact that we woke up today is a sign that Allah loves us. It is because you are alive and I am alive. You see, as the sun is setting as we speak, as the sun is going down, this is the proof of Allah's love. That He has given us yet another day to repent to Allah. Another day to take advantage of our health before our sickness, our wealth before our poverty, our time before our busyness, our youth before our old age, and our life before our death. Will we take advantage of these things? Will we make it our goal? That I'm not telling you to change your life. I'm not telling you to change who you are. I'm telling us, let's take advantage of these things. As the Prophet said, it is like iqtanim. It is like the weapons that are left behind The soldiers have already left. There's no fight for you. You don't have to fight to save your time. It's up to you. You don't have to fight to take advantage of your health. It's up to you. The only one stopping you from achieving these goals is yourself. Make that intention now. Take advantage of this and make it your niyyah to make these changes. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that as He has gathered us here today, He gathers us in the heights of Jannah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for our sins. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to have knowledge as vast as the oceans. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us iman as firm as mountains. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us light to Jannah as bright as the sun. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward the brothers who have planned this day. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive the brothers who have passed away. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our parents. Bless our parents. Ya Allah, we are sinners. Ya Allah, we have sinned night and day. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have so many sins. We beg of you, Ya Allah, that as we gather here today, forgive us for our sins. As the angels are surrounding us, reaching the heights of heaven, we ask of you, Ya Allah, to remove the sins from our shoulders, Ya Allah. We ask of you that as we get up as better Muslims, as better believers. We ask of you, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make us from those who drink from the hands of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask of you, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to allow us to sit in the company of Umar and Abu Bakr and Handala and all the Sahaba. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we beg of you through all of your beautiful names and attributes. You are merciful, so be merciful to us. You are the kind, so be kind to us. You are the forgiving, so forgive us. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we beg of you that those relatives of ours who are sick, heal them. Those relatives of ours who are lost, guide them. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those relatives of us who need help them, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, help us and guide us. Increase us in knowledge and iman. Make us messengers of the messenger. And we ask of you, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to forgive us for our sins and enter us into the heights of Jannah. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
تكبير. تكبير. تكبير.